The Senate will come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Senators Baisley, Bridges, Bridges, Bridges,
Yeah, maybe he's not coming in today. Excused.
Buckner, Coleman, Cutter, Danielson, Exum, Fields, Gardner, Janal,
Excused.
Gonzalez, Hanson, Hinrichsen, Jaquez Lewis, Kirkmeyer, Kolker, Liston, Lundin, Marchman, Moreno, Mullica, Pelton B, Pelton R, Priola, Rich, Roberts, Rodriguez, Simpson, Smallwood, Sullivan, Van Winkle, Will, Winter, Zenzinger, Bridges, Janal. Mr. President,
Here. The morning roll call is 35 present, 0 absent, 0 excused. We do have a quorum. Majority Leader Moreno.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to suspend Senate Rule 1B to allow someone other than a senator to lead the Senate in the Pledge of Allegiance.
You have heard the motion. This does require a 2/3 majority. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it, and Senate Rule 1B will be suspended to allow someone other than a senator to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Members, this morning we have Lonnie Sullivan here from Silverthorne to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. He's a Special Olympics Hall of Famer with an infectious laugh and a hero who saved a little girl from drowning when he was a younger man. Please welcome Lonnie to the dais to lead us in the pledge.
Stand for rising, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the journal. Senator Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I know there's going to be a lot of no votes today, so why don't we start with a yes vote? I move that the Senate Journal of Tuesday, March 28th, 2023 be approved as corrected by the Secretary.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no? No! Whoa, even the JBC members voted no on that one. The ayes have it. That motion is adopted. Senate Services.
March 29th, 2023, correctly engrossed Senate Bill 174, 183, and 185, correctly revised House Bill 1195, correctly re-revised House Bill 1191 and 1219.
Committee reports.
March 28, 2023, the Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following Senate Bill 153 be amended as follows, and as so amended be referred to the Committee on Finance with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 180 be amended as follows, and as so amended be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with the recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. March 28, 2023, Committee on Local Government and Housing, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 178 be amended as follows, and as so amended be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. House Bill 1062 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. House Bill 1090 be postponed indefinitely. March 28, 2023, the Committee on Finance, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 171 be postponed indefinitely. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. House Bill 1015 be amended as follows and as so amended. Be referred to the Committee of the Whole. Favorable recommendation with a recommendation it be placed on the consent calendar. Senate Bill 148 be amended as follows and as so amended. Be referred to the Committee on Appropriations with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 59 be amended as follows and as so amended. Be referred to the Committee on Appropriations with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 20 be amended as follows and as so amended. Be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation.
Majority Leader Moreno.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate proceed out of order for a moment of personal privilege by the senator from Arvada.
The motion is to proceed out of order for a moment of personal privilege. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. We will proceed out of order for a moment of personal privilege. Senator Zenzinger.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Members, today is IDD Awareness Day.
Senator Pelton.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask for a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Today is a great day at the Capitol. When I was county commissioner, I served on the Eastern Colorado Services Board and got to know this population of citizens in our state that I really hadn't had a whole lot to do with before. But I grew to love them, grew to love the people that work with them. It's very special work they do. Today we recognize the people with intellectual and developmental disabilities and the community of family members, researchers, advocates, educators, providers, case managers, and advocacy groups who work together to ensure that they have the supports they need to be fully included and live meaningful lives in their communities. People with IDD are defined by their strengths, abilities, and inherent value, not by their disabilities. With the appropriate resources, services, and personalized supports, they can and do make decisions about their own lives and meaningfully contribute to their communities just like people without disabilities. Thanks to the work of the IDD community and state policymakers like us, we have made significant progress toward ensuring that everyone with IDD has access to the supports they need to reach their full potential. However, despite this progress, many still experience barriers to integration, employment, healthcare, education, housing, and other aspects of community life that we take for granted.
Senator Zenzinger.
One factor that's contributing to the barriers faced by people with IDD is the direct support workforce crisis. Direct support professionals are those who work directly with people with IDD. They perform a wide variety of supports and accept a high degree of responsibility in their roles. Unfortunately, they also receive pay on par with other entry-level minimum wage workers, and as a result, there is a shortage of direct support professionals, which results in reduced access to services for people with IDD. Thankfully, the budget presented this week contains a number of proposals to help combat the workforce crisis and ensure that people with IDD can access the full array of services that they need. As policymakers, we must work with the IDD community to resolve these barriers and to ensure an adequate workforce to meet the needs of Coloradans with IDD. We express our most sincere appreciation to people with IDD and the contributions that they bring to our communities and our state, and to the organizations and individuals and families who provide services, advocacy, education, and natural supports for their commitment to supporting and improving the quality of life for Coloradans with intellectual and developmental disabilities. We have a tribute here that we would like to present and read at this time, and then afterward we would like to welcome those individuals that are here with us today. The Senate of the Colorado Legislature convened in the first regular session of the 74th General Assembly hereby extends heartiest congratulations to people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. On the occasion of IDD Awareness Day, we extend our recognition that people with intellectual and developmental disabilities are defined by their strengths, abilities, and inherent value. With appropriate resources, services, and personalized supports, they make decisions about their own lives and contribute to their communities. Community living is a fundamental moral, civil, and constitutional right for people with IDD. IDD advocates or advocacy organizations, clinicians, researchers, policy analysts, community-based service providers, case managers, and direct support professionals work in partnership with people with IDD, parents, families, the legislature, and state agencies to strengthen the service delivery system so people can live productive, healthy lives in the community. We encourage all Coloradans and Colorado itself to support their efforts and recognize this day of awareness. On request of Senators Rachel Zenzinger and Rod Pelton, given this 29th day of March 2023, State Capitol Denver, signed by the President of the Senate, Steve Fenberg. You will have an opportunity today to meet many of the individuals here who are here at the Capitol. We have over 500 individuals this year that will be participating, which is very exciting. We've not been able to do this the past couple of years because of COVID. So if you see someone, please introduce yourself and welcome them to the Capitol. And for those that are listening in the gallery and out in the hallways, welcome. We are very pleased to have you here.
Senator Pelton.
Thank you, Mr. President. And just a reminder, if we can get out of here at all during lunch, there will be lunch served over at the Art Museum with the IDD community over there. So,
That's more up to your side of the aisle, Senator Pelton. Senator Zenzinger.
Thank you, Mr. President. And members, if you would please join me in welcoming all of our visitors.
Third reading of bills, consent calendar. Will the clerk please read the titles to all of the bills on the consent calendar?
Senate Bill 185 by Senators Marchman and Pelton, Representatives Lukens and Catlin, concerning the continuation of the Noxious Weed Advisory Committee and in connection therewith, implementing the recommendations contained in the 2022 Sunset Report by the Department of Regulatory Agencies. Senate Bill 183 by Senators Priola and Baisley, Representatives Tatone and Weinberg, concerning the elimination of the requirement that a local government obtain voter approval to provide certain communications services. House Bill 1195, Representatives Michelson, Janae, and Soper, Senators Janal and Kirkmeyer, concerning the operation of an automated pharmacy dispensing systems. Senate Bill 174 by Senators Kolker and Gardner and Representatives Lukens and Winter T, concerning access to behavioral health services for Medicaid recipients under 21 years of age.
Majority Leader Moreno.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the passage of all the bills on the third reading consent calendar, which consists of Senate Bill 185, Senate Bill 183, House Bill 1195, and Senate Bill 174.
Is there any discussion on any of the bills? Seeing none, the motion is the passage of all the bills on third reading of bills, consent calendar. Are there any no votes in any of the bills? Senator Baisley. Senator Baisley,
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to be counted as a no vote on Senate Bill 174.
Senator Baisley will be recorded as a no vote on Senate Bill 174. Senator Lundin.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wish to be request that I be recorded as a no vote on 183.
The minority leader will be recorded as a no vote on 183. Senator Van Winkle.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request to be a no vote on Senate Bill 183 and 174.
Senator Van Winkle will be recorded as a no vote on Senate Bills 183 and 174. Senator Smallwood.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to be recorded as a no vote on Senate Bill 183.
Senator Smallwood will be recorded as a no vote on Senate Bill 183. Senator Gardner.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request to be recorded as no vote on Senate Bill 183.
Senator Gardner will be recorded as a no vote on Senate Bill 183. With a vote of 35 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 0 excused, Senate Bill 185 is passed. Co-sponsors. Senators Priola, Hendrickson, Jaquez Lewis, Hanson. Senator Will. With a vote of 31 ayes, 4 noes, 0 absent, 0 excused, Senate Bill 183 is passed. Co-sponsors. Senators Sullivan, Fields, Marchman, Majority Leader Moreno, Jaquez Lewis. Please add the president. With a vote of 35 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 0 excused, House Bill 1195 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please add the president. Is there something I don't know? Seems like a good bill. With a vote of 33 ayes, 2 noes, 0 absent, 0 excused, Senate Bill 174 is passed. Co-sponsors. Senators Hanson, Roberts, Mullica, Exum, Gonzalez, Janal, Sullivan, Majority Leader Moreno, Jaquez Lewis, Rodriguez, Marchman, Fields, Hendrickson, Cutter, Zenzinger, Winter, Priola, Buckner. Please add the president. Majority Leader Moreno.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to lay over House Bill 1126 on the third reading calendar until tomorrow, Thursday, March 30th.
The motion is to lay over House Bill 1126 until tomorrow, March 30th. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. 1126 will be laid over until March 30th. Majority Leader Moreno.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate proceed out of order for announcements from the caucus chairs of the Majority Party and Minority Party.
The motion is for the Senate to proceed out of order for purposes of announcements. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the Senate will proceed out of order. Senator Buckner.
Mr. President, I have an announcement. The Democrats will be having their public caucus in the old Supreme Court in about 10 minutes. See you there.
Senator Smallwood.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wanted to announce that the Senate Republican Caucus will be meeting at 10 a.m. in room 357. See some of you there.
Senator Gardner.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, I would like to announce, and the rules permit this, that my immediate family member, my daughter, Laura Gardner, is here this morning. Please welcome her to the Senate.
Senator Gardner, I appreciate that you do seem to know the rules. However, that really should have been a moment of personal privilege, not an announcement.
No, I think that's not so.
Unless it's her birthday or anniversary or something, it's really not an announcement. So that will be, what's he got there? That'll be $5. Sure, I was gonna say $1, but let's say $5. Senator Gardner.
So while I'm here and paying the fine, I want to dispel any rumors. My daughter Laura served as my aide my first session in the House when aides made $10 an hour. She works as an attorney in my law firm now, so I want to dispel any rumor that she's back looking to become an aide, since aides make more than legislators now. That's not true. That's not true. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Gardner, we could do this all day. We could afford some good snacks. Majority Leader Moreno.
Thank you, Mr. President. With all the money that the senator from El Paso County is throwing around, maybe he should be a legislative aide. Mr. President, today we will continue our tradition of barbecuing on Long Bill Day. So, Mr. President, I hope you brought your apron, because I know you will be firing up the grill. But colleagues, lunch is taken care of. We will be grilling, and there will be that available to you. And with that, I move that the Senate recess until the conclusion of the respective caucus meetings.
The aprons have been freshly ironed and ready to get dirty. So hopefully people are going to be hungry for lunch. The motion is for the Senate to stand in recess until the completion of the majority party and minority party caucuses. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The Senate will stand in recess.